know what's going on outside of the ring as well as inside of the ring. I'm here at the Nationwide Arena where Monday Night Raw will be right here in Columbus, Ohio. Keep watching WrestleRant HD to find out whether or not I got that exclusive interview with the Chief Operating Officer that gave Triple H. Did it happen? Or maybe it didn't happen. We don't know. Keep watching America's #1 professional wrestling rant show, WrestleRant HD. Now, before we go to the start of the show, let's talk about this. Let's talk about the fact that Hunico is actually doing Sin Cara. Let's also talk about the fact that Mystico is still on suspension, the real Sin Cara, for his drug abuse. Will Sin Cara, the real Sin Cara, be back, or will he stay away? Only time will tell, so will steroids. But the real question is, are you ready for America's #1 professional wrestling rant show? Are you ready for the most exciting show on the internet? Stay tuned to WrestleRant HD.
Yeah, what? Absolutely. Say it again, y'all. What? Absolutely. Listen to me.
Welcome to WrestleRant HD, America's #1 professional wrestling rant show. You have tuned in to one of the best, hottest shows on the internet. I'm your host, Angelo Demetris, and tonight on WrestleRant, oh, have we got a show for you. Yours truly had the privilege and the honor of being at Monday Night Raw this past Monday, and it was explosive. There were things that I've seen you didn't. There were things that we both seen that, well, we could have done without seeing it all. But today and tonight on WrestleRant, we're going to talk about everything that is important to this upcoming pay-per-view, the Night of Champions. WrestleRant HD has been around for about 21 episodes. And for about 21 episodes, we've been giving you the truth, the scoop on the truth, and scooping up the truth just so you can be both informed and at times entertained on this show. And that's what we're going to keep doing here tonight on WrestleRant HD. Now fans, this show is going to be a little bit unorthodox in that, well, I'm not just going to talk to you about wrestling. I'm going to show you just a little bit of it from the Nationwide Arena. You see, while I can't take video, I do have some stills from the event that night. Alright, now, what are we looking at right here, fans? No, not Public Enemy #1. Everybody, put your tomatoes down. We are looking at the former WWE Champion, undisputed WWE Champion, I should say, John Cena. John Cena was there Monday night to make his pledge known against Alberto Del Rio, which, by the way, happens to be back in the country due to getting his work visa renewed. John Cena wants Alberto Del Rio to give him a title shot at the Night of Champions. See, this should be interesting since I don't want John Cena to have one. Are you like me? And just like when Triple H was the heavyweight champion of the world, you wanted to see somebody different be the champion. I mean, I wanted that every day. Listen, the same guy can't be champion all the time. It's good to have a champion for a good long time. But then it's also good to make sure that somebody else can take that guy off his throne and keep him off there for a while. Hey, John Cena! That's what comebacks are for. Am I right? Or am I right? By the way, anybody see that 8-man tag match? Boring! You know, the only thing worse than sitting through an 8-man tag match that nobody wants to see live is not being home with your DVR and able to do this. It's torture. Now, Alberto Del Rio. Look, Alberto Del Rio made a stunning entrance into the Nationwide Arena on Monday Night Raw when he brought his Audi with him and tried to sneak attack later on John Cena after their 8-man tag match. There you see the Audi there. Alberto Del Rio, one of the best WWE champions ever in history. I'm going to go ahead and say that. You can put that down in your record books, WWE. Yeah, he's Latino, but guess what? The man's got a mouth and he's got moves in the ring. Some of you may not like him. I actually think Alberto Del Rio is a hot commodity for the WWE. And not only does he sell tickets, if he ever becomes a babyface, he's going to sell a lot of t-shirts and a lot of merchandise for the WWE. Alberto, keep going, buddy. I told you. We stuck behind you. Now you got a belt on your waist. Make us proud, Alberto. There's Alberto Del Rio in all of his glory right there, talking to John Cena with the WWE title around his waist. Christian, Jack Swagger, Dolph Ziggler, all jumping John Cena. Stop clapping! This match, I believe, was one of the most boring matches that I ever seen. We said that already. Holla, 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 holla! Of course, Teddy Long was a part of the Monday Night Raw Super Show here in Columbus, Ohio. Teddy Long did a great job that night, and I believe Teddy Long is not only one of the greatest managers in history, but a great general manager as well. Sheamus and John Morrison in that 8-man tag match. John Cena and Sheamus hanging on to the rope, ready to be tagged, anticipating to get in there and do a little down and dirty work. Ah, come on! I'm a fruity pebble! Now, interesting. At the end of the night, maybe some of you didn't see this on your television, but it happened at the end of the night at the Nationwide Arena. So you see John Cena and CM Punk took turns with Alberto Del Rio's ring announcer. You see, Alberto Del Rio's ring announcer ended up in the air, not once, but twice. There he is right there on CM Punk's shoulders, ready to be given a GTS, a go to sleep. Well, CM Punk was successful in delivering that GTS. As was John Cena successful in delivering the attitude adjustment. Ooh. 2 times in one night. That's not good for him. CM Punk at the end of the night, signing autographs. Stand-up guy, that CM Punk. Don't you love it when the guy on his show takes his time and looks through his computer just to get the pictures, the right pictures that he wants to show you so he can talk about something. Oh, wait a minute. Want to know who that is? That's Heath Slater. Go ahead. Let the Wendy chant start. Wendy, Wendy. Hey, I could go for some Wendy's right now. Ooh, I missed the Frosty. Randy Orton, of course, was in action that night. What a thrill to see the Viper in action, live. There's nothing like RKO's live and in person. Michael McGillicuddy, Mr. Perfect Son. Jerry the King Lawler in his tag team match with Zack Ryder that you can see here. No, the referee in the ring is not me. Fans, you can only say one thing when you see this picture. Woo, woo, woo. You know it. All right. Final point here. Let's talk about David Otunga and Michael McGillicuddy. WWE, when are you going to let go of the prospect that these two can be anything more than individual wrestlers? It's time to cut the noose loose. David Otunga either needs to get somewhere by himself or just go somewhere. Michael McGillicuddy, to me, clearly has the skill and the talent to survive in World Wrestling Entertainment. That's David Otunga. Fans, this is wrestlerant HD. That was my night at the Nationwide Arena. Stay tuned, because wrestlerant will continue after this.
The following announcement has been paid for by the new
Oh, hey, wait. Oh, hey, 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 yo. Check it out. It's the bad guy. One more time. I was just taking a little cat nap, you know what I'm saying? Hey, hey, hey. Big Cat, I heard about what happened this week, okay? Look, man, it's gonna be okay. They got unemployment and everything. Obama, he sent out a stimulus to boost it up. Big Kevin, you're gonna be okay. Hey, come on over, have a couple of brewskis. Triple H doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's missing. Me and you can hang just like old times. Know what I mean, Kev? Huh? Hey. We'll get back together. We'll go back to TNA. Who needs WWE? Right, Kev? Welcome back to wrestlerant HD. Now, fans, for those of you who watched the top of the program, you know that I was supposed to have an interview with the game Triple H. Well, fans, I'm sorry to say that at the Nationwide Arena, that never happened. The interview with the game Triple H just didn't happen at the Nationwide Arena. I apologize for that, fans. However, I have right here at my own disposal 3 questions that I have ready for the game Triple H. Because no, I didn't get that interview at Nationwide Arena, fans, but I do have the game Triple H on standby right here on this phone as we speak, ready to be interviewed. So what we're going to do right here on WrestleRant HD is get to that interview right away, right now. Triple H, first of all, I just want to say thank you for coming to WrestleRant HD, or calling WrestleRant HD, and agreeing to do this interview over the phone. Thank you very much. The fans appreciate it, and I appreciate it, Triple H. Triple H, my first question to you is this. Will you run the company like that? Are you going to run the company like Vince, Triple H?
I've said this before. I will not run the company like my father-in-law. I will run this company just like my predecessors have told me that I should. Next question.
Okay. So anyway, question 2. Triple H, I have to ask this question. It's the question that's on all the fans' minds. CM Punk in any way better than you?
No. CM Punk is not better than me. I am the game. No one is better than the game. I am Triple H. I am the Chief Operating Officer. And don't you ever think that CM Punk could possibly be better than me. You know, on some level, he might actually be a little better. Don't ever think that he's... Next question.
Oh, okay. I didn't mean to push any buttons there, Triple H. I have to ask these questions. This is WrestleRant HD. You agreed to the interview. Last question. Question 3. Was firing your best friend, Kevin Nash, the right thing to do, Triple H?
Of course it was the right thing to do. You see, this way, not only do I do Kevin a favor by getting him out of the way, I make sure that I can nail CM Punk. Because it's the Night of Champions, when I crush CM Punk, and Kevin comes in to congratulate me after I win, it's going to be glorious, because I am the game. Yeah.
Triple H? Triple H? Fans, I believe this interview's over. Please stay right here to WrestleRant HD. Wow. We'll be back. Welcome back to WrestleRant HD, fans, America's #1 professional wrestling rant show. I'm still your host, Angelo Demetrius. How about that great but albeit strange interview with the game Triple H? Wow, that one's going to go down in the record books. Alright, let's talk about something that is very important to me. It's very important not only to me, but every African-American WWE fan. Mark Henry is on the verge of becoming the World Heavyweight Champion. Fans, as a fan And as an African American, I am excited. Sure, he's a heel, but he has one of the best heel personas that you've seen in a long time. It's not just a mean heel, it's a destructive heel persona. Mark Henry carries this and wears this as well as a long-legged woman with beautiful eyes in a red dress. If you're an internet nerd, it'll take you a while to put that together. Anyway, Mark Henry is definitely on his way to the top. And Night of Champions, World Wrestling Entertainment may award his 15-year tenure with the World Heavyweight Championship. Mark, all I can say is this. Me and a lot of other fans that appreciate what you've done over the years are behind you. And I certainly hope that the torch is passed on to you, because it's long overdue, buddy. It's long overdue. Now, let's get to a pet peeve of mine. All right. So, at the beginning of the program, I said, who is Sin Cara? Sin Cara is none other than Hunico, formerly played by Mystico, who couldn't speak any English, by the way. And speaking of speaking English, did you see Sin Cara speak on Friday Night SmackDown? Wow! He had a speaking part. And that is because Hunico actually speaks English. Sin Cara, my friend, you have a career, a future, if you will, in the world, in the WWE. But, Mystico, listen, sorry about that drug suspension thing, man. And even though I know you're not coming back, let me say this. There's work at TNA. Kevin Nash will drive you over. Now, Sin Cara needs to know that if he's going to be in the WWE, talking is the most important part of his game. If there's ever going to be a championship of any kind around Sin Cara's waist, the real Sin Cara or the real Slim Shady, whatever he wants to call himself, he's going to have to speak a good game. You got to talk just as good a game as you walk in World Wrestling Entertainment. To be able to entertain the fans and to be able to sell tickets. Can you sell tickets, Sin Cara? Can you say tickets? Never mind. Anyway, WWE, I think, did the right thing by putting Hunico in charge of the Sin Cara character. Because the Sin Cara character needs someone behind it with mic skills, as well as ring skills. By the way, we could tell it wasn't the real Sin Cara right away when the finisher magically changed all of a sudden. We're fans. We're not stupid. We love professional wrestling, but we're not stupid. Remember that, WWE. Now, fans, I want to offer something to you that I've never offered before on wrestlerant HD. Yes, another chance to watch, as you do each and every week here on YouTube.com and at clickWrestle.com. But fans, next week's Wrestle Rant isn't going to be just me studying and coming up with topics to talk about and doing clever things. Next week's Wrestle Rant is going to be up to you. Fans, I want you to go to the email link at the bottom of this screen. I want you to email me your idea for Wrestle Rant next week. I'll take one idea per viewer, 7 ideas on one show for next week's Wrestle Rant. Now, listen very, very carefully. I am going to select the best ideas out of the bunch. So I want you to go to churchlover@hotmail.com and I want you to send me the topic you want me to talk about next week right here on Wrestle Rant HD. And I promise you, I won't hold back. Everything that's on my mind will come out of my mouth. Everything that's on your mind is what this show is all about. When we present next week's episode of Wrestle Rant HD. Wrestle Rant HD for you, by you. For right now, thank you for watching this edition of Wrestle Rant HD. I'm your host, Angelo Demetrius. As always, you can watch us here on YouTube.com and at ClickWrestle.com. Thank you for joining us here for Wrestle Rant HD. Until then, good. Bye, everybody.